Manipulation, a hidden current that pulls at our minds, shifts our decisions, and twists our perception, often before we even realize what's happening. In a world filled with subtle power plays, how do you remain anchored, grounded, and untouchable? Today we're diving into 10 Stoic strategies for defending against manipulation, an arsenal of wisdom that only a true believer of Stoicism can wield. Let's unmask the tactics and reclaim your power. Number 1. Know yourself. He who knows others is wise. He who knows himself is enlightened, said Lao Tzu. The first step in defending against manipulation is understanding yourself so profoundly that no external force can distort your inner clarity. As a true Stoic, you ask, what do I stand for? What are my principles? Because if you don't define them, someone else will. The manipulator's power lies in exploiting your insecurities. But when you know yourself, their arrows fall harmlessly to the ground. Think of Marcus Aurelius, who ruled not just Rome but also his mind. Despite constant political schemes, his commitment to his values kept him unshaken. Your daily meditation, journaling, and honest self-reflection are your shields. They ensure that when a manipulative comment hits you, it finds no weak spot to exploit. Keep a habit of writing down your core beliefs and values. Review them regularly, especially before engaging in difficult conversations or high-stress meetings. This habit roots you deeper into yourself, so manipulative tactics slide off like rain on stone. Number 2. Master the art of silence. Epictetus taught, "We have 2 ears and 1 mouth so that we can listen twice as much as we speak." When faced with potential manipulation, silence is your ally. In the silence, you allow their words to reveal themselves fully. Silence disrupts the manipulator's rhythm and puts you in control. The next time someone pressures you into an agreement or decision, pause. Watch their reaction. That's silence. It's louder than a lion's roar to a manipulator. They rely on quick responses to push you into their game, but your pause signals that you're not an easy target. Silence not only empowers you, but also reveals truths. When you withhold immediate responses, you can read between the lines and notice their true intentions. The person who speaks without thinking loses leverage. The Stoic who listens controls the dialogue. Number 3. The shield of rational detachment. If you are distressed by anything external, the pain is not due to the thing itself but to your estimate of it, wrote Marcus Aurelius. A true Stoic recognizes that manipulation works by triggering emotional reactions. Your task? Detach. Approach every situation with a rational eye, treating it as if it were happening to a stranger. This creates a buffer between you and their hooks. A colleague subtly hints that you owe them support for a project because of past favors. Pause, detach, and assess the situation logically. Is this a fair exchange or a trap? Your calm, rational response will confuse and disarm them. Practice seeing interactions as scenes in a play. You are both an actor and an observer. This dual perspective helps you recognize when someone is trying to pull your emotional strings and gives you the clarity to step back. Number 4. Question everything. Assume nothing. Seneca advised, "If you live according to nature, you will never be poor. If you live according to opinion, you will never be rich." Manipulators thrive on assumptions, yours. By questioning motives, actions, and statements, you expose weak foundations. Why is this person so eager for you to commit? What's their true intent? By asking why, more often you reinforce your defenses. Picture a salesperson using fear tactics to push a quick deal. Ask them why the urgency. The moment they stumble or give a vague answer, you've pierced the veil. Make it a habit to ask clarifying questions in conversations. Can you elaborate on why this is urgent? Or what do you hope to achieve with this? These questions put the spotlight on their intentions and often reveal cracks in their strategy. Number 5. Embrace the uncomfortable. It's where growth lies. If it is not right, do not do it. If it is not true, do not say it, Marcus Aurelius warned. A manipulator will often use your fear of discomfort against you. They count on your desire to avoid tension. Instead, Embrace the discomfort. Know that it's the place where your growth as a Stoic lies. You're not swayed by unease. You welcome it as a test of your inner resolve. Someone tries to guilt-trip you into taking on extra work. They know you hate conflict. Lean into the discomfort. Say, "I'm afraid that won't be possible," and hold your ground. Watch how quickly their strategy crumbles. Train yourself to step into uncomfortable situations intentionally. Volunteer to speak up when it's difficult, practice saying no when needed, and reflect on how you feel after. The more you condition yourself to handle discomfort, the less effective manipulation becomes. Number 6. Use humor. Even Epictetus would agree that a well-placed joke can be an unexpected defense. Manipulation thrives in serious tones and rigid exchanges. Injecting light humor, especially self-deprecating humor, disarms tension. "Oh, you're really good at persuading me. Maybe you should run for Senate," said with a smile, can shift the power dynamic instantly. Humor breaks tension and redirects the flow of the conversation. If a manipulator sees that you're unshaken and even able to find lightness in the moment, they'll realize their approach is ineffective. But remember, the humor should never be defensive or sarcastic. It must come from a place of inner confidence. Number 7. Practice Premeditatio Malorum. The Stoics were masters of anticipating challenges. Seneca's Premeditatio Malorum, the practice of visualizing potential misfortunes, gives you a tactical advantage. You mentally rehearse scenarios where manipulation could occur, preparing your responses in advance. That way, when it happens, you're not blindsided. Imagine a negotiation where the other party tries to sway you with false urgency. Having rehearsed this, you'll respond, "I appreciate the urgency, but I need time to think this over." And just like that, the power shifts. Create a mental map of potential manipulation points in your day-to-day life. Whether it's at work, in social circles, or during negotiations, prepare different scenarios and visualize your responses. This mental rehearsal ensures that when those moments come, you respond with the precision of a well-rehearsed play. Number 8. Set boundaries like a fortress. No person has the power to have everything they want, but it is in their power not to want what they don't have, said Seneca. Boundaries are non-negotiable for a Stoic. A manipulator tests them to see how far they can push. You set them firmly and don't apologize. The unyielding lines you draw tell the world, "I respect myself, and you will too." You receive a last-minute request from a colleague who regularly dumps work on you. Instead of agreeing out of obligation, you reply, "I'm at capacity and can't take this on," without guilt or further explanation. Boundaries protect your mental space and communicate your worth. Reinforce these boundaries through consistent action. If someone tries to break them, calmly reiterate your stance. Over time, people learn that your boundaries are as solid as iron, and that's powerful. Number 9. Rely on your virtue. Always in a world where people try to sway you left and right, remember that your virtue is your compass. Manipulators operate in shades of grey, but a Stoic sees only the clear lines of right and wrong. Waste no more time arguing what a good man should be. Be one, Marcus Aurelius instructed. When faced with persuasion tactics that veer into moral ambiguity, stand firm in your virtue. Virtue for a Stoic is not just a guideline, it is the unyielding standard by which you measure every decision. Imagine being in a situation where a friend subtly pressures you to act against your principles just this once. As a Stoic, you rely on your integrity, responding with, "I can't compromise who I am." This unwavering adherence to virtue makes you immune to being swayed. Number 10. Never attach your worth to external validation. Man is disturbed not by things but by the views he takes of them, Epictetus reminded us. Manipulators often play on your desire for approval and recognition. A true Stoic understands that worth comes from within, not from the opinions of others. By valuing your own character over external praise, you become impervious to the tactics of those who would seek to control you through flattery or criticism. Your manager might heap praise on you, only to later use that goodwill to pressure you into extra tasks. Recognize the manipulation and stay rooted in your self-worth. With a steady voice, you say, "Thank you for the compliment, but I must maintain balance in my work." Your confidence shows that you are not swayed by superficial approval. Defending against manipulation as a Stoic isn't just a strategy, it's a way of life. You move through the world with purpose, unyielding and composed. The manipulator's greatest weapon is fear and uncertainty, but now you are armed with knowledge and clarity. You stand firm, guided by your principles, unmoved by schemes. Remember, as Seneca once said, "We suffer more often in imagination than in reality. The only power a manipulator has is what you grant them. Now you are ready." Good day.